Excuse me. I'm just getting over a sickness. I've been sick for the last couple weeks. Um, Probably another COVID. I tested negative. It's probably COVID. Okay, because the PCR test don't catch every time you get COVID. Just in case they didn't tell you that. Just in case you didn't know that. Now you do. All right. So I'm feeling better now. All I gotta say is, what did y'all think was gonna happen? How did you think the end was gonna go? Did you think that? And yes, I believe in the true Heavenly Father, and I got touched too. Well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I didn't fully prepare like I should have, and I got touched, which is fine. But let's say I prepared enough to deal with it in case I do get touched, because I can still make my own colloidal silver. I still know, like, oh, oh my eye. Excuse me, hold on for a second. So, um, I paused it so I could take care of my eye for a second. So, yeah, I can um I can make structured colloidal silver on my own. A water structurizer now costs probably $100 if you can get it anywhere. Uh, when it cost $35 when I first made a purchase of them, and the only place that they make them and they ship them out of is Russia. So there you go. I was ahead of the game on that note. Um, so yeah, I went got my stand. So let me angle it a little bit more. There we go. So you can see my face. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Now, I'm alright and getting over it. Ugh. This is nasty, nasty mucus coming out my mouth and my nose. Very nasty. Anyway, at least it's coming up though, right? So, what did y'all think was gonna happen? Did you think, you know, oh, the horsemen gonna ride in succession, and then it's gonna be that's gonna be it, like, and then there's gonna be an earth left for us to inhabit? Did y'all really think that? Did you not understand when you read the Bible when it said that the mountains will run away and the hills will skip like lambs? Did you not understand that? Did you not understand when the Bible said the sky's gonna roll back like a scroll? Did you not understand that? Did you not understand that when it said heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. My word shall not return to me void. Void meaning filled with emptiness. Did you not understand that? Did you think it was gonna be one pestilence and that was gonna be it? Did you think that it was gonna be one famine and that was gonna be it? That certain spots weren't gonna be touched, or it was they're gonna be touched and then they're gonna be left alone? Um, Everything that's happening right now and everything that's gonna happen, cause trust me, or don't, it's gonna get a lot worse. It's gonna get a lot worse. It's gonna get a hell of a lot worse. There's gonna be zombies. There's going to be the earth splitting it open in places, people falling inside of it. There's gonna be, and that's happening now, but I mean, it's gonna get worse. There's gonna be a whole lot. Portals opening and things coming through those portals to fuck up your entire existence. Not just, oh, what you thought life was. No, it's gonna mess up your entire existence. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because it's going to be coming after your entirety of your existence. Your soul is on the line here. Just like the Bible said, it always has been. Now, it's up to you if you want to turn to the true Heavenly Father and tell Him that you repent and you believe in His Son, Emmanuel, that He sent here to save you from an evil that which you not know and not have ever seen the likes of, and will not ever be seen the likes of again anywhere within the entirety of existence. Or you cannot heed my word. You cannot say that maybe I have some type of validity to what I'm saying because I actually wrote my high school senior finals paper on all the disasters that are currently ensuing right now, including the biometric disaster. And if you don't think that's a disaster, look up all the lawsuits for the biometric act that is currently happening, a couple of which I'm a part of. Facebook, I was a part of it. I already got my money from that. There's one for Google. There's one for Snapchat too. And I believe Instagram, but that doesn't make sense because Instagram is a part of Meta, which is a part of Facebook. So that was all encompassed in that. But maybe before Facebook acquired um, uh, Instagram, okay? And that those aren't the only ones. Apple has one going on too right now, I believe, for their biometric tagging and tracking. So there are those things, and for all those who think that the rich are going to be saved and they're going to be fine up under the ground in their deep underground military bases until we all die off on top of the planet and all this other fuck shit. No, 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 no. Oh no, 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 not at all. That's why they trying to blast off from this place. Why do you think Elon Musk is trying to blast off from this place? Why do you think he's trying to legitimately breed his own fucking colonies? And I do mean that. He said he's having children from Mars. That's what he said. Which Mars won't be safe either. Mars was already inhabited. There were entities and species that were on Mars that resembled people that left Mars because of what they did to Mars when they blew back the atmosphere. Well, changed the atmosphere. So we go on there to terraform the atmosphere to make it livable for us and forget whatever is already living on there that has been on there for eons and eons and eons of millennia. Really? And you think that it ain't something on that piece that can't cold piece hand us the rest of our existence? Elon Musk go to Mars and his people get there. Oh, they didn't think it was what they thought it was gonna be, and oh my God, we can't go back to Earth because that's gone, and Mars gonna be gone too. This whole entire solar system is gonna be gone. Remember that heat death of the universe that they keep talking about? What if I told you that that is mentioned in the Bible? What if I told you when the Bible talks about how we're all going to be changed in the moment of a twinkling of an eye, that signifies the heat death of this universe, and it signifies the solar flare. That's going because there's going to be a solar flare that happens before the heat death, and it's not going to take hundreds of millions or billions or even trillions of years. Let me explain how to you that the scientists are wrong about their timeline. Because see, look at climate change. Look at the climate change timeline. Remember how they said, "Oh, we ain't got nothing to worry about until 2500 AD," and here we are in supposedly What year is this? 2022, supposedly. Not by Enoch's timeline, but by the Gregorian calendar. We're in 2022, right? Things, what everything that the scientists keep seeing and everything that they keep saying isn't matching up. And you can say, yes, it is. They just got their timing wrong. Well, no, they're not. It doesn't match. If the timing doesn't match up, then what does that mean? They got it wrong. This heating is coming at unprecedented times. This 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 ice cap melting is coming at an unprecedented time. Everything is unprecedented for them. They're baffled. They're stumped. They're mystified. While we all are suffering, they're wondering after the collapse of the entirety of existence around us. While they're wondering after it. But no, back to what I was saying about the rich people being safe underground. They won't be safe underground because see, on top of the ground we got things like 440 Fukushimas waiting for us. Because who's gonna man and do a cold shutdown of all the nuclear power plants? 440 of them, mind you, all around the planet. And it's kind of stupid that they built them on top of the water because what happens when the water heats up? The water, you can't use hot water to cool down nuclear reactor rods. You can't spent fuel rods. You can't use. No. Okay, so it's heating up under the ground and it's heating up on top of the ground. Okay, so they're them saying that they're gonna use chalk to stop or mitigate anything is just something to make themselves feel better, something to comfort themselves. It's not to comfort you, especially if you can actually see and you do actually know what they think that they know better than you, but they don't have any they don't have any connection to life. They're so totally disconnected from life. You got people like Dave Ramsey talking about how he's not gonna raise the cost of living pay for his employees uh, that work for him, and anybody who's living in his properties that can't pay their what you know the increase of their rent, that he's gonna put them out. Cause I guess economic crisis doesn't equal a need for empathy for Dave Ramsey. He expects a single parent to get 2 or 3 jobs, and they can't even afford daycare to get those 2 or 3 jobs. But tell me again how he's such a great genius with money and this, that, and the third. He ain't gonna let you go for rent unless you're a cancer patient. Then that's a different story. Because oh my God, cancer is such an economic crisis, more so than the high inflation, the 9% inflation that we're dealing with right now. Okay, the 9% increase. Now that's not it's higher than 2008. It's funny how these people who that's why I think he's sovereign. Some of these people out here who talking about they won't have empathy for those, and he's such a Christian man and this, that, and the third. The Bible said have empathy in all. It says to show compassion and long suffering and loving kindness in all scenarios, in all situations, to everybody. Everybody. Hmm? But no, let's make these exceptions, because we gonna interpret the Bible how we want to interpret the Bible, not exactly how the Bible says to do things, and that's why everything is so fucked up right now. So yeah, So no, Dave Ramsey, whoever the fuck else, going under the ground ain't gonna save them. Neither will blasting off because when the heat death of this galaxy occurs, which is coming faster than what scientists are actually telling you, just like the economic and the ecological collapse came faster than the experts are telling you. You got the expert, the financial expert, Janet Yellen, telling you 6 months ago, oh, this is transitory inflation. It's not going to stay here for long. It's going to be here today, gone tomorrow. It's going to be so fleeting, you won't even understand or know how fleeting it is. You know, 6 months later, we fucked up. Our bad? Meanwhile, people getting kicked out their homes. People are losing their jobs. People can't afford their paycheck because their paycheck can't pay for half of what they need to pay for. Their paycheck can't pay half their fucking rent right now. They can't. They paycheck can't pay half their car note right now. They paycheck can't pay half their daycare right now. Mm? People getting put out of low income, low rent places over there in Pennsylvania. Watch status quo news. Uh, because the owner wants to sell the place, and the people who the owner is selling it to want to turn it into a lab, a scientific lab. For what? We already got Fort Detrick. Fort Detrick, if you don't know, is one of the hottest places in the world. Not because of the people, but because of the diseases. They got, around any time, probably right now, they probably got 50 disease X classifications of hot viruses and, well, hot pathogens, because it's not just viruses, it's viruses and bacteria and sometimes even fungi and mold up in there that they dealing with right now in Fort Detrick. You know, and the crazy thing about it is, did y'all know people like Bin Laden knew about Fort Detrick? You know, the people who orchestrated the 9/11 uh dealio, the attack that happened. They knew about places like Fort Detrick. Why didn't they use a plane to hit that if they was really doing a terrorist attack? Why didn't they use a plane to hit one of the 30 some odd, actually it's more like 100 some odd nuclear reactors off the East Coast? Huh? You want a terrorist attack? That's a terrorist attack. If they was really gonna attack us. But they go and hit some trade centers that nobody was even paying attention to? Really? They go hit the financial side of the Pentagon that nobody was even paying attention to, which told us about 3, 6 months before that, something like that. Actually, might have been a day before that. I keep forgetting. But the Pentagon lost $2.3 trillion, and they didn't know where it went, and that was our taxpayer money. And while they were doing that, people who paid their taxes all their life, worked all their life, were being put out in the street. Why is this a repeat of 2000 and it's a repeat of 2001? It's a repeat of 2000, 2008. It's a repeat of 1928. It's a repeat of everything. It's like all of the shit in one. It's the Great Depression, it's the terrorist attacks, it's the bird flu. It's all, remember the bird flu outbreak in 2008? Remember that? To go right along with the economic collapse, remember that? Well, these things happen in cycles. We can't break the cycle of the curse because we won't even stop paying our taxes to do so. And the ones who we paying our taxes to are the ones who are perpetrating this against us. You don't believe the world is being held by a petri dish by now? I don't know what to tell you. You don't believe the world is being held hostage by a petri dish at this moment? I literally don't know what to tell you. Excuse me. Well, that's disgusting. See? Eh, see? Yeah, so I am sick. Just to let y'all know I wasn't playing. So, yeah. Here, let me grab another one of these. Sorry about that. Gonna take a picture of that so I can post it on places. Cause yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, so who's gonna take care of these nuclear power plants and do the cold shutdown for them? Who's gonna take care of these hot virus uh um biosafety level 4 labs like the one in that one over there in Chinhua country. Who's gonna do that? Cause ain't nobody gonna be on top of the earth to do that. And then what they gonna do when the shit the uh nuclear reactors melt down to the point where so much to the point where uh we got 444 Fukushimas. 440 Fukushimas. They still haven't found the fuel rods to those. Still haven't found the fuel rods. And this is why I think freaking Shinzo Abe was murdered. Cause he was about to spill the beans on everything. Remember, y'all don't even know who the prime minister of um, Japan was during the Fukushima disaster, which is still ongoing. Cause guess what? They're still pumping that water out into the Pacific Ocean. They sure are. Just pumping that right out. They pumping. All right. Every 6 months, we're gonna put it out there, and all the farmers are like, and all the people who live around the edges of the water are like, no, and all the fishermen, no, don't put the hot particle Fukushima water out into the ocean. We don't have anywhere else to store this water. We're gonna treat the water and then pump it out into safely into the Pacific Ocean. You can't take tritium out of water, out of radioactive water. By the way, tritium is basically what all the isotopic elements turn into when they hit water, and that water is radioactive forever. It's gonna evaporate radioactively, then it's gonna rain down radioactively, and it's gonna. Okay, so there's no getting rid of that. Okay, so but we're supposed to believe them as same experts. How many times did Fauci get sick with fucking coronavirus? How many times did Joe Biden get? Joe Biden is an expert, a leader of the country that we listen to. And it's like people are so cognitively dissonant that you tell them that Biden told everybody to get these damn vaccines and to get the this, that, and the third. And that man got sick not once, twice, 2 times. Okay? And you got freaking every time you get sick, Kamala be like, yeah. Is it gonna be this turn? How about now? Is he is he done now? Is it my turn? Am I gonna be the first black woman president? And then it just everything that they so called supposedly accomplished just took away from Everything that they've been doing took away from it. She's not the first black president, black female president, vice president, because she doesn't even consider herself black. Go look back at all her fucking documents and stuff. It says white. It says some other race. It doesn't say black on there. Okay? When she was a top cop, before she was a top cop, when she was filling out her medical records and stuff. Let's go look at that. Let's go look at. Do you know Jamaicans don't consider themselves black? Did y'all know that? Jamaican people don't consider themselves black. And India has a whole caste system based on how light or dark you are. The lighter you are, it's the same way as it is in Brazil. It's the same way as it is in Puerto Rico. It's the same way as it is in Panama. It's the same way as it is in Cuba. They all say the lighter you are, the more fairer you are, um the more close to God you are, basically, is what they are saying in these countries that have the caste system based on how dark you are to how light you are. India is very racist. What's his name? Mahatma Gandhi. He was the most. He was while he was starving himself for his people's liberation. He was and one. He was him. He himself was a dark skinned Indian. He was talking about excuse me. Not as bad this time. Excuse me. Mahatma Gandhi. He himself. Hold on. Sorry. No, I have not been vaccinated, and I refuse to get the vaccine. And I'm pretty sure this is the second time I've been sick with COVID. But that was 3 years ago, so that my adenoids came out. Remember that? Did I even show y'all a picture of that? I didn't. If I had the chance to make a community tab, I would put the picture of my adenoids that came out my right nostril, October 5th, 2019, on my community tab post. Maybe I could post it somewhere else. But yeah, so Muhammad Gandhi was racist as hell. He was talking of, while he was starving himself for his people's liberation. He was talking about how niggers, how black niggers and all this other stuff, all these other people over in Africa need to be subjugated. That slavery, he was basically kind of saying that slavery should have never ended. So, but don't believe me, I'm just a nobody. Because, see, the society says I'm a nobody. Society uh, programmed me to be a nobody. Not only a nobody, programmed me to be quarantined. See, because they have this system where you're either sovereign, common, restricted, or quarantined. You common people are afraid. You're afraid of everything. You're afraid to speak out. You're afraid to stand out. You're more Japanese than you are free, and I say that with the utmost sincerity, because look at how people live in Japan. They're all the same. They don't want to be different. And then if they different, they stand out, and if they stand out, they get picked for shit that they don't want to get picked for. So they say better to keep my head down and